Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 13 of the year 2023. This is from the 27th of March to the 2nd of April, and moon's interaction we have to check when we are talking about weeklies. And you have to change your time zones, like as per your time zone, you have to just plus minus a day, the event will take place and also no event will take place on the very same day of the transit, remember, especially the outermost planets, when they change signs. So we start feeling the results either plus minus 1 month. So Jupiter is going to be changing signs next month, and we are heading to eclipses also. Many transits happening. Mercury is turning retrograde also. So I'll be discussing in the videos in future, which I'll be making, and I'll be sharing my insights on the same as well. So today I'm going to be talking about this week, which is starting from the 27th of March to the 2nd of April. Moon is going to be in Gemini sign from the 28th to the 30th, half day, first half. And then we'll be moving into Cancer sign from the 31st, 30th, latter half, 31st, and 1st. It's going to be in Gemini, in Cancer sign. Leo sign from 1st to the 3rd of April, though this week is still the 2nd, but still I'll be covering Leo sign. So this is what this week is about. And the major highlight of the week is that this Mercury is going to be changing signs. After the sign of debilitation, it's going to be moving into the sign of Aries, which is not a friendly zone, and Rahu is also waiting there, though Rahu and Mercury are friends, so we don't have to worry about that. And also, Mercury is going to be turning retrograde. It's a long stay from the 31st of March till the 7th of June, because it's going to be in retrogression from the 1st of April till the 15th of May. And then goes direct and moves into the Aries sign in direct motion. So 2 planets will be retrograde at that time, and we'll be having eclipses also in the zone of Aries. So Aries sign is pretty activated in the upcoming month. So whatever you have to plan, please plan quickly, because this is the, I will not say a very positive transit, but it is a volatile energy also, because Sun, Rahu, Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, though, will be joining after the eclipses are over. But yeah, this video is not about that. I will be making a separate video, and I'll be sharing my insights on the eclipses also. I've made several videos on eclipses if you want to understand what is this phenomena and how they work. So you should go back and watch the videos on Rahu Ketu. That will give you a lot of clarity. And also we have Mars, Ketu, and Saturn in that trine of desires, the triangle of desires. That is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So this trine is going to be getting heavily impacted again by these malefic planets, because they're going to be closely conjunct in the same degrees. So you can imagine how the things will be. And I'll be sharing my insights in this video itself. And we do have Ram Navami. I wish you all a very happy Ram Navami, and have a great life ahead, a healthy, prosperous life. I wish and pray for you, and just, whatever bad things are there in your life, negative things are there in your life, may Lord Rama, just, take them away. So that's my wish and my prayer for you all. May God bless you all. So let's start with the information that I want to share on the upcoming conference that I'll be heading to. So please do book that conference, because it's this is the time when you should be actually going in for that, if you want to really book that. So let me share. Let me see if you can see it. 1 second. Yeah, you can see it. So you see, this is the Maharishi Parashara conference, which is taking place in the month of November. And it is going to be, my lecture is going to be on the transits, the timing of life changes, and the year ahead 2024. So you can join in on the November 18th, and the early bird discounts are on. So you can just mention VL108 and you'll get further discounts. So you just can just grab this till June 1st. We do have, so before Mercury goes retrograde, why don't you just book it, so that you can avail the discounts as well as the early bird discounts also. Right now, discounts are there any which ways, and then will be the extra discounts. So do catch me there. I will be waiting for you all. And let me start sharing with you the screen. Okay. Yeah, these are live sessions, I must tell you. So all the glitches, please forgive me pardon me if there's some lag or some glitches which are happening. So here I wanted to talk about number one, a very important aspect, which is Mars. Mars is in Gemini sign. Saturn is in the Aquarius sign. Please, I'm sorry, I'm not making the indications in the South Indian chart, in the square chart, because I'm comfortable doing with in this one. So you can just make yourself a note that how the trine is working here. Saturn is here and Mars is here. So you can just make a note of South Indian chart also. Okay. So yeah. So this is actually the trine which is forming here. Okay. So this trine. So what is this trine about? This is the trine of desires. Now here, when you see the communication, your desires, your relationships, so this is going to be giving you too much of inclination towards financials, companionship, partnership, economy. You will experience many changes happening rapidly in economy, and people will be very much into the relationships, and they will be having some complications in relationships also. There will be, I'm getting too many readings related to relationships right now, because there is some energy which is working for all of us, especially Aquarius sign people are booking readings more. And Ketu is there any which ways, in Libra sign from a long time, they're suffering for that reason also. So how your external social lives are, what is your level of socializing? That is also to be seen with this. This will be extensive interactions. So maybe the countries, who have these prominent rising, they will be interacting more. They'll be doing some kinds of contracts. You will be not just confined to your own families. You will be having extended versions of interactions now. Legal matters, court cases, all these get too much in limelight, as we are hearing, especially in India. There are so many allegations and whatever is going on, in politics. So this is the trine which is working. You must associate it with this. And human interactions, agreements, contracts, in negotiations. See, Saturn is in the Aquarius sign. Saturn is the karmic teacher, who's a very strict karmic teacher. So you have to regulate yourself. And what does Saturn want you to do is, Saturn wants you to be intellectually regulated right now. If you are having any kind of desire, you're having the desire for the a network of energy interactions. So you have to actually be more focused on these areas. Don't do it superficially. Risk-taking ability. Mars is there in Gemini sign. So this will enhance the risk-taking abilities. Longings denied and frustrated can have a very deep impact on your psyche. So try to come out to the terms with what is allocated to you, so that you can find ways to make things better, make life better. So this is the opportunity. And when is this happening? Mars will be at same degrees, and that is on the somewhere around the 8th of the second, first and the second. So these are going to be at the same degrees on the 1st, 2nd, 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, till the 3rd. They are going to be at the same degrees. So just plan everything well, and definitely it is going to be giving you some changes also. If you are planning to start anything new, some good ideas coming into your head. Also, you might be having some impulsive decision making, so you have to be cautious about that as well. Don't be too self-obsessed. Right now, you can be into that as well. And what else we can anticipate with this? You see, this is the trine where, malefics are involved. So there has to be a lot of energy involved. There has to be channelizing of energy, channelizing of, what is your stamina? What is your strength? What is the impulsivity that you have? So you have to be very cautious about that. And this is a trine which actually leads to accidents also, air accidents more, because it's an air sign. So we have to be cautious. And natural calamities, we hear more about the natural calamities also. And this is, this will give you, maybe, you'll be working on yourself, on your chronic illnesses also, spirituality also, you'll be detached. But at the same time, your psychic intuition will be more enhanced. Maybe you're into occult sciences or something. So this is going to be working even more. All right. So this is what is the main thing which I wanted to discuss. And we do have Mercury's ingress in the sign of, let me just clear this. So Mercury will be ingressing in the sign of Aries, and it's going to be conjunct Rahu. For a few days, Venus will also be there. Then Venus moves further on in the Taurus sign, and Mercury will be in the first sign of Rahu. See, these are friends. Rahu and Mercury are friends. So Rahu and Mercury will be giving you some something to do with your communication, finance, business, trade, education. So all these will get uplifted. And when Mercury turns retrograde, then it is moving backwards towards its Pisces sign. So you have to be cautious about your decision making, about your investments, foreign clientele, foreign connections during this time. And your communication should be straight, and way of working should be straight rather than, the unfair means. All right. So this is what is this week showing, and I will be making a separate video. That's why the green, I will be making a separate video on Mercury, because this is a very important transit, as Rahu energy is there and eclipses are also there. So we'll wait for the transit video on Mercury. And let's start with the predictive. As you know, Moon is going to be transiting 3 zodiac signs of Gemini, Cancer, and Leo this week. So in Gemini sign, we have a Mars energy, and in trine to this is, again, this trine is going to be, the triangle is going to get active when Moon is in the sign of Gemini. So watch out with whatever you communicate. Don't be too impulsive. Don't make hasty decisions when Moon is in the sign of Gemini. And communication is the key, but not making decisions in impulse. Okay. Then Moon is going to be in your Cancer sign, and Cancer sign is aspected by Jupiter. So you have that grace here. So you will be emotional, of course. Then Moon will be in Leo sign. So this is a good time for, for everyone. This is a general one, that in case you want to make any decisions related to your, gratitude to somebody, you want to pay attention to your relations, you want to understand how you can improve your self-image. So this is the time, how is your lifestyle, how you appear in front of others, how you're expressing others. So this is a sign. Okay. So this is what is the week looking like. So let's start with Aries first. Okay, Aries. So for Aries natives, how is this week going to be for you? That is the 13th week, 27th March to the 2nd of April going to be. So in this week, Moon is going to be in your 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses. So this is the energy where you are going to be very meticulous about doing things. Now you're very strong and powerful, you're very communicative, and you want to make decisions now, not just in impulse, but you are composed, but you are taking that risk. You don't want to just let go of this time and waste it, on things which you really don't, you don't think that, they are not going to help you in future. So now you're going to be very composed. Now you're going to be very much into that zone where you're connecting with people, how you are feeling, making others comfortable, how you're interacting with people. It depends on you, how you can be more intellectually inclined, how you can enhance and uplift your educational skills, your communication skills, how you can be more, you're very curious. You will meet some people who are very high end in your intellectual level. You will get the kind of help, your support from your servants, from your helpers. This is also a very satisfying energy to encourage yourself, and the stagnancy that you're experiencing. Now you will start feeling that there is a kickstart to it, because Mars and Moon combination is really a good combination, because Mars debilitates in Moon sign, and when Moon and Mars combination happens, you become very intellectually charged up, because this is the warrior who's getting emotional in a way. But don't be impulsive. Don't get carried away when Moon is in Gemini sign. The dates I given in the beginning part of how the transit, when the transit is happening. But yes, in the beginning half, this transit is going to be happening. Then Moon will be moving into your fourth house, and fourth house is the house of emotions any which way. So Moon is not too happy here. Why? Because it is like, becoming double the emotions, it is like too much of emotions. So you feel that, you don't want to, you get maybe, very emotional about your family, about your friends. Maybe you'll be connecting with people where you feel secured also, but at the same time, you sob sort of a thing, you're crying. So this is the time when you will feel very emotional, and you're very homey. You become very homey. You want to be connecting with your own people, maybe going out for dinner with your own family, building the sense of security. You're just trying to connect with the matters of the family, of the house. Maybe you'll be, just renovating something, some area of the house needs repairs. So you're going to be at home and working on that also. And this creates, that kind of an atmosphere where you're relating yourself with your parents, childhood days, self-image, housing, subconscious mind, because this is the house of sleep also. This is the midnight time. This is the right opposite the daytime. So this also involves your subconscious mind. So you will be working on your sleep. You are going to be maybe connecting with your, or catching up with your sleep also. Then Moon will be transiting Leo sign. All right. Leo sign is the sign which is aspected by Saturn. And when Moon is there, so you do feel that, you're very, you want to be more expressive. Saturn wants you to be very composed in your expression. He is very hard, he can be very harsh on you, because you can't just be taking things for granted. So that's the energy of Saturn from the 11th house. So don't take your family for granted. Don't take your children, your friends for granted. Okay, so you will be moving more confidently now. You'll be having increased desire to create, display your talents. You want to be more into recreation, hobbies, romance, and maybe you will have some some argument also in during this time, especially on the 1st to the 3rd of April. So you can have indulge in some physical relationship also, but just be careful, you just don't get carried away in your emotions so much that you forget that this relationship is the basic foundation for your growth. Okay. Mercury will also be leaving the zone of the 12th house, being the ruler of the 3rd and the 6th. It's going to be transiting your 1st house. So you're going to be quite interactive, and you're going to be looking after your health. You're going to be working on your communication skills. You'll be traveling. So all that you can just plan also during this time. You'll be very spontaneous also. But at the same time, you can deviate from the path which you have opted for. Maybe you're making some changes in your educational plan, or maybe some kind of litigation that you have. So you change your lawyer or something. So all that is on cards. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. One sec. Taurus. Excuse me. All right. So for Taurus natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th houses this week. And this will lead to a lot of inclination towards financials. You're going to be dealing with people who are very much inclined to budget planning, or you'll be planning all your financials, possessions. You're going to be having a lot of emotions involved in building yourself up, how you can save your money, how you can do well, prosper, how you should be putting or channelizing your efforts. You're thinking about efforts now, because Mars is also conjunct here. So you'll be feeling very emotional. At the same time, you'll be working on the growth prospects as to how you can improvise on your skills. It's the seventh house ruler, actually, which moon is going to be conjunct with, and it's the eighth house from 7. So this can lead to some complication or health issues to your partner. Take care of your partner's health if you are already in a relationship or you're married. So this can bring about some issues in your marriage also, because Rahu is in the sixth house from the 7th, and eighth house from the 7th is Mars. So this is like, you feel more connected with your partner, but at the same time, you want that security from the partner. You want that acknowledgement. You're waiting for the partner to acknowledge you. See, the first house is hem between malefic. So you are already having complications in relationships. You're having problems in the money flow from the overseas places also. Maybe they are just stuck. So you're feeling quite uneasy. That is why you're thinking about financials, or maybe you're feeling that why I'm not able to make the kind of money I was expecting or I was supposed to get. So you're focusing on all these areas right now, and you're contemplating as to how you can value your, your money wealth that you have already, and how you can make it secured, and how you can park it in a proper manner so that it increases. It's not good that when money flow is, going down. So you want it to be multiplied. How you can multiply it? That is what is going on in your head right now. Okay, so this is something which you will be working through, and you'll be getting that kind of help also from your own people, your family, maybe, they'll be helping you out. Then moon will be transiting your third house. So this is the place where you are very restless. You can get bored on this day. You feel very emotional. New friendships or contracts can come up. You're going to be very focused on the communication or communication skills. You will be very emotional about your communication. Travels can happen. Maybe short journeys there on cards, 31st to the 1st of April. So plan your journeys, and you can be very communicative. Maybe at the place of work, you're communicating your some project or something, some presentation. So you're working on that also. And this is also the time for research. Maybe you're going to be promoting what you have researched in front of the employers. Maybe you will be, speaking on something which you feel that needs attention related to any sphere of life. So this is a good transit for you because you will understand how you should be actually, communicating with people. The people around you, how they are going to be, helping you, neighbors, friends, family. Connecting with them is emotionally is going to help you. They will support you. So don't ignore anything like that right now, this week especially. After that, moon is going to be in your fourth house. So it's good to connect with your family, friends, and also spend time in your zone where you feel comfortable. Entertainment, or maybe connecting with your children, your support system. Your mood is that, where you are feeling quite connected with your own comfort zone. So it could be that you're working from home, you're, just relaxing, you're taking an off, it's a weekly off. So you're feeling quite comfortable at home. And it could be that, you're going to be very charged up emotionally. So maybe you'll be taking your family out for dinner, you want to connect with your own people. So all that is quite possible. And this is also a good time for starting some new business, or new job, if at all you have been thinking from a long time. So this will actually help you connect with the right kind of channel. And see, the trine is also going to work, the trine of desires, that is the triangle of desires, that is second house, sixth house, and the 10th house of yours. So this is a very positive time for the change that you have been expecting. This change might be very difficult initially, but it will gradually set properly. Any kind of litigation, loans, health issues, if you have been facing, so this might get aggravated with this trine energy, very powerful because it is at the same degrees Mars, Saturn, and Ketu are going to be this week. So be careful about it, because you can have some health issues, or maybe dental issues, or something to do with your relationship with your seniors at the place of work. So take care of all these things, because this leads to some complications in the relationships with your relatives also. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. So for Gemini natives, moon is going to be transiting your your first, second, and third houses this week. And moon is also, and Mercury, your Lagnesh, is also going to be transiting the 11th house, which is again a very positive time for you. In case you're thinking of any kind of change, anything to do with your promotion, you want to just ask for the promotion and all, so you will get it also. Your connection with your, with the influential people is also indicated of. In case you have to plan your journeys, education, some changes, this is going to be a very helpful transit for you. Don't be too egoistic, don't be too impulsive, don't be too angry, because you're outward oriented when moon is conjunct Mars. You're very, you want to manifest the inner world into the outer world. You are very, very energetic. You want to just speak up everything, whatever you're going through. So this is going to be giving you some kind of enthusiasm to do things. The vibrations and energies around you are pretty much heightened, emotional as well as physical, as well as mentally. You're very charged up. You're inclined to act on impulse also. So react automatically based on your basic emotional orientation rather than approaching the world objectively. That is something you have to work on. It is easy to be emotionally touched by something now. You can be getting hurt, you can hurt others. So watch out, especially on the 28th, 29th, and the 30th half day, the first half. The ego, ego clashes because Mars is there, being the 11th house ruler in the first house. So this is going to give you a lot of ego clashes with your own friends, with the people you connect with. And, whatever this area of our lives, it relates to the physical body. This is the first house, self-image, physical accomplishments. So we are aware of how we are seen or viewed. You're just contemplating on things, introspecting, how world sees you. Now everything is just running into your mind. You're thinking about things which actually, are very much outwardly. So maybe you're going to change your appearance, going in for a haircut, maybe some new clothes you're going to be buying. So you have that this week, the inclination towards interacting with people emotionally is also pretty much heightened. And how you're perceived by the world, that is something which, you're going to be contemplating more on. This is an impulsive energy, undoubtedly. And, here the trine, as you can see, the trine of desire is active. So learn something more, enhance your skills. This is the time to go in for some rejuvenation, renovation of the house, or maybe, you just change the place where you are, if at all you're thinking already. So just work on that now and uplift yourself, engage in studying more. How you can enhance your skills. The word is not that it's enough. No, there's nothing like that when you're acquiring knowledge. So acquire more knowledge, and you will feel that you are well equipped to do and face the world. Moon will be transiting your second house, which is the house of emotional security, family values, and possessions, your money. So when Moon is there, you're very much inclined towards, or you are actually, thinking more about your financials, your budgets. You're thinking how you can be more, how you can work harder, or you can work more for this security. That that boost of security, because you're missing out on the that front. So you feel that, because fluctuation of finances is visible because of the moon sign already there. So you are quite insecure about your financials. And as it is, we have a Mars and moon combination. So this is a very right, it's the right time to go in for the financials, upliftment in your financials, because the 11th and the second Dhana Bhavas are getting active here in the first house. So your efforts will be paid off this week. If at all you're thinking of growth, this will actually trigger that. So contemplate how you can value your own system, you're following, how you can, value the people's opinion, viewpoint to uplift you. So this will be the time when you will be taking the help of your family. Maybe you'll be taking your friends and family out for dinner. You're having some delegation coming from the overseas. You're going to be taking them out for dinner. You're entertaining them. Something like that is also quite possible on the 31st to the 1st of April. Then comes 1st to the 3rd of April, moon is going to be in your 3rd house. And this is the house of communication, short journeys, short travels. So you might be going in for some journeys. Maybe, in your love relationship, you're having some kind of argument, or you're very creative in your love. You're just showing your love very creatively. With the creativity that you have, you're going to be entertained. You are thinking of conveying things in a very sweet manner to your partner, to your children, to your family, or maybe to your siblings. You're connecting with people in a very sweet manner. You're going to be very much communicative and very emotionally communicative. Okay, so this is the zone where you will be acquiring more knowledge also. Maybe you'll be meeting intellectual people, presentations going on, you're very busy, you're just doing things, to upgrade yourself. So this is also, and many emails coming in, you're responding. So you get little uneasy also because of that. Too much of communication is also not at times good. So you want that break, you want that time to yourself. You will get it, once next week, you're going to be getting into that zone where you'll be relaxing. As I said, Mercury being the ruler of your Lagna and your fourth house, that's going to be, your home confined till now. So you will be getting that, you'll be moving out, you'll be connecting with people more now rather than being at home. All right. So this is, Ketu is there in the fifth house. So watch out as to, whatever you do and say, your actions are not that, are not liked by your partner. Or children are getting detached, because Ketu is transiting your fifth house. Maybe they're going overseas. They're going to be, because Ketu, wherever sits, will be detaching energy. So maybe your children are moving overseas, because Venus is also the ruler of your 12th house. Venus is with Rahu, a foreigner. So this is the good time to move foreign lands. Okay. So all the best for the higher studies to the children. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. So this is a good time for understanding your own self this week, because the whole cycle has now come to an end, because it was transiting through all these houses, and now this is the last zone when Moon is going to be. This is the last zone, this is the last house, not the sign, but last house. So when Moon is has gone through the whole thing, now you are going to be at peace. You want that rest, you want to be rested. You want to be contemplating on things that you could not do, or maybe the mistakes that you committed in the past. You want to just work on them. Okay, what should I do? What I did, what I missed. Maybe there is a presentation you're heading to, so you're preparing for that. You're in your zone, in your shell. So this is something which is the energy of isolation. Mars is also there, so you will be more involved in some activity which is like you're maybe spending on some gadget. You've just got a new phone and you're spending time on that. You're isolated. These days people are isolated only because Saturn is in Aquarius sign. Saturn isolates you, and because of what? You're more involved in the gadgets, in the technology. So the technical part is highly activated, and this happens every 30 years. So you can imagine we are upgraded, but at the same time we are going down emotionally. We're going down and getting detached with our relations. So this is because Saturn is transiting the sign of Aquarius. So whenever this happens, tech industry booms. Every 30 years, there are new innovations that take place. You have a Saturn transiting your 8th house, and now it is in the Rahu's nakshatra. Rahu is in your 10th house. So elevation is indicated. Sudden growth will be there. And sudden growth, sudden fall. Be careful about that. Don't get overwhelmed by the growth, because then with the growth comes responsibility also, which you have to also share. So calm down. There can be that, your bosses and seniors change, with Jupiter also going to be transiting your 10th house, your department changes or your bosses change. Something we can anticipate in the next 1 or 2 months. And then you have, Moon transiting through your 1st house. And when it is also, when it is in the 12th house from the 28th, 29th, 30th half day, 1st half. So you might just be meeting somebody in the hospital, or you might be just spending on things which you really don't need. Unnecessary frivolous expenditure also can happen. So make sure that, and you can travel also, you can wander, you're just wandering, without any reason. So that is something, or you're mentally wondering, so that is also quite possible. So make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. And Mars looking at your 6th house, litigation, loans, debt, disease, all this is getting triggered up, because being the Yogakara Graha, transiting the 12th house is not a good thing, because a good planet when transits the Dusthanas, it doesn't give good, Mars is your friendly graha after all, so it is transiting your 12th house. So you have to take care of your health, you have to take care of your relationships, because it can lead to the break in relationship, separation also, because it is in the isolation, separation, being the ruler of the 5th and the 10th. So maybe you'll be connecting with the foreigners more, now, or getting those businesses from the foreign lands. Okay, 31st to the 1st of April, 31st March to the 1st of April, moon will be in your 1st house. So you'll be very emotionally attached to your family, attached to the environment you're involved in. You will be totally charged up how you can modify things, how can you modify yourself, to get that kind of connection with people. You get very easily, overwhelmed also when moon is in the 1st house. And this is also the beginning of the cycle again, because right now when moon comes out of your 12th house, this is the 1st house. This is something which manifests, whatever you have thought of in the 12th house energy. So now you are going to be manifesting your inner world to the outer world. This is something that you are going to be starting something new, some beginnings. This is the energy of this, vibrations of this 1st house transit of moon. And you'll be inclined to act on impulse, or to react automatically based on your basic emotional orientation, rather than approaching the world objectively. You will be totally, in that zone where you are going to be making decisions emotionally, in impulse, not in a composed manner, in a practical sense. So be careful. Some restlessness is also likely. You can be very impulsive, you can be very emotional, you can be very making wrong choices also during this time. And you might just make maybe some looks change, or you purchase some clothes and you wear something very different. So you are going to be working on that also, maybe something which you have not tried, some new innovative ideas, maybe, to look good, or to I have not changed. I don't know, like the change, like my hairdo is this, my setup is this, I'm not that kind of a person who likes too many changes. So maybe, you will be liking something to do, some exploring something new. So this can lead to that also during this time. And anyways, it triggers, the Aries Mars energy also here, because this is the Martian thing, rules in the natural zodiac. So you will be getting attracted to the achievement through the competition, a competitive edge it gives you, and some kind of physical endeavor. Now you're going to be doing something, putting an extra effort to achieve it, sports activity, or getting into something which uplifts you. You're going to be performing those kinds of activities also during this time, whenever moon is transiting the 1st house. The energy is pretty strong, and sense of freedom and is there, and you have the desire to be quite charged up and focused on your work. So that is something which is going to give you that kind of independence that you're looking for also. Moon will be lastly in your 2nd house, and that's going to be from the 1st to the 3rd of April. And that's how, you'll be considering money matters, possessions, how you can solve the issues that you have been facing in your financials. You don't look for an experience or for new experiences as much as you put effort into managing your life in order. You feel solid, you feel secured, you feel that material and tangible things are more important, and you're very emotional about it. You are very emotional about your family values. You're considering everything in a very, in a very meticulous manner. You want to consider and manifest everything when you are having this moon in the 2nd house. So you are dealing with your family, your maybe food, finance, you're working through all that, and you're just planning everything in a way where you can satisfy them, or you can just earn for you're the breadwinner, so you want to earn and save money also. That security you want to give, when the sense of security comes in when your moon is transiting here. So this is something which will give you a lot of ideas also, how you can work on yourself, on your financials, and make money out of money. So use this Take care of your dental issues if you're having any. Take care of your eyesight also. Okay. And this can lead to some kind of maybe, maybe some bills or some taxes you have not paid, so you'll be paying them off as well. This is the time to work on your inheritance also. You will be having multiplication of financials because, Venus, the 11th house ruler, is in your 10th house with Rahu. So upliftment is definitely on cards. Okay. For student natives, this is a good time in case they are thinking of going overseas for studies, because 5th lord is in the 12th house. So make the best use of this time, because this is the time when from the 5th house, it's the 8th house. Okay. So this is for research, good time for education, enhancing your studies and knowledge. This is a good time. Okay. Use that. Saturn is transiting your 8th house, so take care of your health also. And Mercury is going to be changing signs and will be transiting your 10th house. So this is a good time for connection with the overseas people. This is also the time for travels. Maybe you're planning your journeys now. This is also quite possible. See, Mercury was debilitated in your 9th house till now, but being the ruler of your 12th in the 10th house, so you might be traveling for work, for professional career. Okay. And maybe, you are connecting with your siblings. Your siblings are traveling overseas, also quite possible. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. Okay. So let me change this one. Okay. So for Leo natives, this transit is of moon happening over your 11th, 12th, and 1st houses. So this is going to be giving you a lot of connection with your friends, your community that you move around in. Some innovative ideas will be there. You're working on yourself. You're very much into social awareness. You have the desire to figure out how to enhance your communication with the people even more. Sometimes it's more like an expression, that you want to connect with your network for expressing yourself. You feel that you're not able to, you're not feeling that, and comfortable. That energy is choked, it's blocked. So when you vent it out, you feel comfortable. So that these 2-3 days time is like that, connecting with people, talking to them, breaking the rules, and just because Mars is also there. So you're very much sensitive. Your mood is around your the like-minded people. You want to connect with like-minded people. Or maybe you will vent out so much that you just communicate something in a rough manner, and there's a break in relationship also with Mars energy over there in the 3rd house. So don't give up. Just try to patch it up. If you are already feeling that the friends are getting too much emotionally impulsive. So it can give you that irritation also. You are more protective, supportive than usual during this time. Too much protection is also not good. Too much of restriction is also not good. Set your goals, examine your goals, and then you will definitely be able to achieve them also. You are truly expressive during this time. And 11th house transit is very good for for innovation, something related to gadgets, or some innovation related to your, maybe, you're some meeting you're heading to, you're really, doing, planning everything really well. So you're very organized with this, and you're very much inclined to take the help of your your colleagues and your co-workers. So they are going to be helpful, and they're going to be actually uplifting you also. So take their advice, take their help. Take the advice of your friends during this time. See, this trine is working. There is no other planet in the Kendra. Can you see in the rectangular, in the diamond, in the center diamonds, there is just a Saturn sitting there. So this is like, there is less support from the planets right now for you. So you are feeling quite uneasy. Some abrupt changes are coming in, you didn't expect. Especially if you are in the Dasha of Saturn, Rahu, or you're in the Dasha of Mars. So suddenly, you will feel, okay, Ketu, as a matter of fact, Saturn, Ketu, Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Mars. So these dashas are going to be a little difficult for you right now, because, there will be lack of decision making, or maybe, you will make wrong choices, and then you will regret, you will repent. And Saturn will bring about those changes, because Saturn pushes you first and then picks you up, lifts you up. So maybe there is a change after some fall. You rise. It's like that kind of a situation. So change is inevitable right now, Saturn being in the 7th house Go ahead, just grab it. Saturn is looking at your 9th house, Rahu also. So this will, and Venus as well right now. And Mercury will also be coming out of the 8th house zone, will be transiting your 9th house. So things are gradually, moving now. Things are trying to, actually, Sun is also in your 8th house. Jupiter is also in the 8th house. Mercury is also in the 8th house. Your, Dhanabhavas are getting in the 8th house. So that's the reason, you might be lacking some money flow also. So you're feeling quite uneasy because of that, or it has suddenly stopped. Saturn going into the 7th house, Mercury is also transiting your 9th. So this will trigger those areas, it will uplift you. It will give you that kind of push now. So don't worry. Any time is, like not the same. Things change, right? Everything is dynamic. Nothing is static in astrology. Mostly, like you're born with something that is definitely static, but these transits, they keep changing, so you cannot expect them to be giving you similar kind of results always. So you have to, if the wheel is down, it will go up as well. So if you are facing those rough times, you will definitely be coming out of that as well very soon. Jupiter will be leaving your 8th house, so that is going to be giving you some support, not some, but a lot of support. So don't worry, don't give up. Moon will be transiting through your 12th house. 12th house energy is seclusion, isolation, very emotional. You might just be very sensitive, hyperactive also. Dreams are going to play a very important role. So pay attention to what if at all you remember your dreams. So maybe they are divine indications. So take them as divine indications. I always take it, whenever Moon is transiting the 12th house, that's the time when, I'm more alert, because I know that, it will give me, it will show me, the divine will show me some path. Especially the Cancer sign is there, so where Jupiter exalts. So you definitely are going to be feeling that there is something to do with your dreams, or there are certain indications, nimitta, that is what, we see whenever there is an omen. We don't just leave it, we don't take it for granted. Any number, any sign, so we must actually not ignore. So so this is more, this is often a more introverted period for you, because you are in your own shell whenever Moon is in the 12th house zone. The retreat, rejuvenation, you want to just take some rest, all that is also indicative of. And this is also the best time to hold back and start new projects, work on new projects, and compassion, unconditional love, innocence, openness, mystic, spiritual healer. All these are the archetypes, which we take up, when we talk about the 12th house zone. So you are going to be quite comfortable here. Maybe you'll be landing up to spending something on things which you really, maybe have not spent on from a long time. So you're just relaxing, because the whole cycle is coming to an end now. With Moon transiting your first house, that is going to happen when Moon is in the first house on the 1st to the 3rd. So now this is the time when you're going to be taking initiative to start things now, something new, something big, something which you have been contemplating, from a long time. So you are manifesting your inner world to the outer world. Whatever you did in the 12th house zone, now you're going to be bringing it out to the world. Now you're going to be enthusiastic. Now you're going to be having the vibrations and energies towards sensitivity. You're going to be very sensitive. You're going to be bringing about some changes, or maybe you're going to be oriented towards emotional being, rather than approaching the world objectively. So you're going to be very much focused now. And any kind of triggering facts, which you have not been able to perform at the place of work, now you're going to be doing it. So 2 days, 3 days later, you have come into this zone. So before to this, the cycle ended. It's just that, Moon has come to your first house now, and the energy is like, it's taking birth. So any kind of project, any kind of inception of a point happens whenever Moon is transiting your first house, or Moon is over your Moon. So this is the time when you will be actually working on yourself now, because you have set something, some goals in your mind, how you can just reinforce them, how you can bring them out, how you can manifest the positive energies in life. So this is something which will trigger all that, because the cycle is just beginning, it's just starting. Okay, so don't expect the results to be coming through very fast. Take it easy, things will move and you will get the results towards the positive energies also. Don't be too egoistic during this time, all right? Acquire more knowledge, learn more, learn new things, okay? Litigation, etc. This is not a good time for doing so because Mars is looking at your 6th house. So this is not a good time for litigation. If at all you're thinking of, you might lose the battle. So just hold on. And let's see, once Mars goes into Leo sign, only then you can, just try out, explore these kind of realms. Okay, you can touch upon these topics. What else is left? Connection with your siblings overseas. This is also going to get triggered up. Overseas, why? Because, Rahu is already there in the 9th house. Things are going to be giving you maybe some changes. Okay. Can you tell what is Sookshma Dasha? Okay. Somebody is asking what is, I'm done with Leo sign though. So somebody is asking about Sookshma Dasha. Sookshma Dasha is see, there are cycles, main cycles, that is Mahadasha timelines that we talk about, Dashas. So Dasha, Mahadasha, Pratyantar Dasha, then comes Sookshma Dasha, then comes Prana Dasha. So these are the bifurcations, we divide them, and we come to the Sookshma Dasha. Sookshma Dasha is, I generally don't see Sookshma Dasha until unless it's very much accurate. The horoscope is accurate because, when we move into that, the days change, it changes by days. It comes down, we narrow down to days because Pratyantar will tell you the months. So that's the reason I don't use Sookshma Dasha, because your horoscope is not that accurate. Nobody's horoscope is that accurate that you go to Sookshma Dasha. Don't try also. Just go till the Pratyantar Dasha, the 3rd cycle, and then you will get the results. And if you want to, I did not mention, the readings are always based on the ascendant, moon, and the Dasha that you're in. So if you are, suppose, in the Dasha of Saturn, and Saturn is in Scorpio sign in your birth chart, so make Scorpio your 1st house. From Scorpio, the ruler is transiting the 8th house. So you can have some complications in your relationship with your mother or with your in your inheritance, something like that. If you are a Scorpio rising and Saturn is there, and that's your Dasha Lord. So you can also go to your sub period of Saturn because Saturn is a long period. So go to the sub Dasha, that is the Antra Dasha. So take these two and see how the things are. Suppose you are in Antra Dasha, Venus is in Taurus. So make Taurus also your 1st house and see, and not just Scorpio. Okay, and something will match. All right. Coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. And Mercury, your Lagnesh, is also going to be changing signs this week, which doesn't look that great because Mercury is going to be in your 8th house. Sorry, I don't have anything personal, of course. I don't have any favorite signs or non-favorite signs. It's just that whatever I see, I say. So when Mercury, your Lagnesh, is going to be in the 8th house, though the 8th house dosha, Mercury doesn't get it, but there's a Rahu waiting there. So you have to acquire more knowledge. That's a remedy I'm giving you, because it can lead to some health issues or it can lead to mental health issues also. So it's better to channelize it towards positive things. So start working on your educational skills, enhancing your skills, learning new language. Just seek right kind of business approach. Maybe, you're not adopting right kind of business approach also. So these are all what, this Mercury in the 8th house can do. Now, Moon is going to be in your 10th house to start with. So this is the time when you will be more, focused on your work, you're emotional about your job. Maybe, there is a lot of workload. You are getting overwhelmed to start with, 28, 29, 30 and a half day. Okay. So you have to take care of your relationship with your seniors, your bosses also during the 10th house transit of Moon, because this is the time when you need you're longing for the attention. You're doing so much, and then you by the end of the day you feel that, oh, it's just not worth it, because I'm not getting any accolades, I'm not getting any appreciation, I'm not getting the acknowledgements. So you feel that discontent. That discontentment is there. So this is something which will get magnified. So just calm down, because Mars is also there. Mars is Digbala here. The workload is too much. And Maybe, you're going to be getting some elevation also because of Mars's position there. Mars is the 8th house ruler. So suddenly you will gain, suddenly you will lose. It's like that at the place of work, because Mars, being the ruler of the 8th house, is in the 10th house. And Mars is not a Shubh Graha for this rising also. It's time to be on your best of the behavior. Don't give up on your, work and the environment, that you are not comfortable with. So you give your best shot, okay? And people will definitely understand you also. There is, in the 10th house, you do get connected with, you try to visit a religious place, because you do feel emotional. So that connect, because this is the place where sun is at its peak. So you're longing for that connect with the divine. You have that, that the soul is searching. What is it that, I'm missing out on? What is it that will uplift me? So when you feel low, you want to connect with the divine, isn't it? You want to just give everything, you want to just share everything. You want to speak everything to the divine. You want to vent it out, and you want that grace. You need to surrender. Okay, so that is also quite possible. Visiting a shrine, visiting a temple, visiting any kind of religious place is also quite likely here. Communication with you're very restless. You can't sit at one place. So try sitting at one place, okay? Because Gemini sign is there. No, it's a restless sign. It's a dual sign, fickle sign. It's movement. So you are going to be feeling quite a lot of energy here and there. Maybe you'll blurt out something and you will have some complications at the place of work. So don't do it. Just try to hold on to yourself. Moon will be transiting your 11th house, and 11th house is the house of friendship, social circle. So you are going to be having that sense of stronger social awareness. Your desire will increase multiple times, to connect with your group that you have not been able to. So friend circle, maybe you'll be going and throwing a party, you'll be connecting with people, networking. That's the key word, networking. You're feeling very emotional about your own people, possessive about your own people. You're behaving very extreme, in extreme behavior when moon is in the 11th house. So be aware of your attitudes and try not to be too possessive or to be too restrictive about your people around you. Examine your goals, goal setting. Be more innovative, be more creative. Join something, like music, dance, drama, some artistic thing, which gives you some solace, some relaxation. Okay, you need that. So be more expressive. So this is also a way of expressing, when you connect with the divine, how you connect. Music is one of the sources, to connect with the divine. All right. Moon is going to be in your 12th house, and that is going to be on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It's going to be in your 12th house. So now this is the house of heightened sensitivity. You're going to be very emotional, connecting with your inner world. You have partied, or you have been in the party, you have been with people. Now you want to be introvert. You want to be in your shell. You want to contemplate on things what the whole month has given you. You want to just revive all those memories, and you want to work on yourself. Okay, what is it that triggered me? What is it that I can improvise on? All those activities are running in your head. So this is the time when you will be longing for your personal creativity, personal connect, rejuvenation, reinvigoration. That is the keywords. Maybe you'll be going to a retreat, nirvana, you want to just be, you want to just relax. So this is the time when you will be working on your new projects, also connecting with the overseas people. Some meetings are there. So you're quite charged up on that. You're very busy. You're busy in making the presentation. So there's a lot of work, which is going on internally. So you're going to be quite internal, during this time. And maybe, you're going to be healing yourself. It's also the house of healing, it's a house. And as it is, you have a Leo sign there. So maybe you'll be watching a movie. You want to just unwind. You want to just get entertained, disconnect from the world, forget the jobs. I've chuck it, I've done a lot. Now I want to just take rest. So relax. It's okay. At times you need to disconnect. Then next week, again, the moon will be in your 1st house. All that will be changing. All right. Things will be different. So you'll be again charged up, doing things in a very different manner, in a new manner. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Okay. So what is Libra? Okay, so for Libra natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses. So definitely very positive week for you. The upcoming week is going to give you some energies towards travels, planning your journeys, reading a book, or maybe starting to study, educational plans. All that is going to work. Is going to start. 9th house is also the house of adventure. You're going to be you are going to be working on your some new projects also, maybe exploring the realms which you have not touched till now. See, 9th house is skills enhancement also. You focus on the on your physical freedom, on your movement expression. Okay, in the 9th house, you do have you don't want anybody to stop you. You want to just break free. Freedom. It's a house of freedom, independence, new experiences, intellectual growth. Major focus is on acquiring more knowledge, studying more, and Mars is there. So you will be working out. Maybe you will be quite charged up on the physical realms. Okay, feeling emotional about your opinions and beliefs. That is also quite possible. And 9th house is also, the place where you are planning the bigger picture. It's not just confined to the details, nitty-gritties. No, now you're looking at the bigger picture. 6th house is nitty-gritties. 9th house is the bigger picture because it's a product of what you have thought about. 6th house, from 6th house is the 4th house. So this will bring about the picture, the bigger picture. Now, what exactly are the experiences, that you have to learn from? So now you're going to be expanding, intensifying energies there, and you're going to be taking into account the the emotional attachments that you have been entrapped with. This is also the time for this is a good this can be good, bad, depending on what the other astrological influences are, definitely, but definitely it is going to be about how you can get your emotional links and your intellectual links in sync. Okay, so this is also a very positive time in order to feel secure, to be happy, philosophy, long distance journeys, all that, connecting with your cultures, all that is also going to be triggering during this time. And mood is towards, your dealing with your moral issues. Okay, because this is the house of spirituality, religion also. So you have that sense of morality. Okay. So this will give you a lot of changes based on what are your desires, philosophy, how you can manifest better things, how your experiences are going to be giving you fulfillment emotionally. So all that is going to be working, connecting with the guru, connecting with the people who are very intelligent, you're acquiring more knowledge, all that is getting triggered up in the beginning part. Then moon will be transiting your 10th house. 10th house is the house of approval, recognition, which you're not getting. So you're getting very emotional, maybe, or there is a lot of concrete success that you suddenly experience. See, you do have a Venus only, in your Kendra, and all the Kendras are, there are no planets, they're blank. And we do have a Ketu in the first house. It's not that great a combination which is happening. You're totally isolated, totally detached. You must have experienced, things are not working your way. The trine is active, your Dharma trine is active, 1st, 5th, and 9th house. They do have all the negative planets, the malefic planets. So you do feel that I have done enough of, mantra chanting, pujas and everything. Now I don't want to do it. So you want to just, give up on all this. You did give up as in like you want to take a break. You're fed up. So this is something which is actually going to help you in future also. Not to forget that whatever you have done, it's not going to go down the drain. You will get the results. But you have to be very calm. You have to be composed. That Shani gives you, but very slowly. After obstacles and hurdles, things will start. Okay, so don't worry about anything. Things are going to get better. Maybe, the reputation or the acknowledgements that you have been waiting for, they come late, but they will definitely be there for you. So don't worry about it. The moon will be transiting your 11th house opposite Saturn, of course. And this is on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, that moon is going to be in your 11th house. So this is the time to have a stronger social awareness. who's who, what kind of group you're moving into. You're going to be very responsible. You're going to be very sensitive about your own people, the like-minded people. You will come across somebody, a potential partner also maybe, and you're feeling very emotional about your people, you move around in. You're very possessive, restricted, and restrictive. So just don't be too much. Don't be in extremes, okay? And you will be very expressive also during this time. It can lead to, complications in your relationships because Saturn is there, coldness is there. You are very much detached with your children, maybe. Okay, help them rather than, just getting detached. Try to help them. All right. Mercury is going to be conjoining your ascendant lord, which is again a very positive thing because Mercury is your 9th and the 12th lord. So maybe if you are planning to go for overseas journeys for studies, education, university. So Venus being the ruler of your Lagna and the 8th house, research. Maybe, you're going to study something related to research. So Mercury transiting the Kendra will be positive for the ones who are waiting for their results, for competition success. All this is definitely very positive because 9th and the 12th house ruler is going to be conjunct the first house ruler. So the luck lord is going to be in the Kendra. It's going to trigger many, many things for you towards positive. All right. Saturn is also going to be there. It's going to be looking here. Your Yoga Karagraha is looking the 7th house. So definitely change is anticipated. Change of place, change of job, change of maybe some marriage proposal you will get. So all that is getting triggered up. All right. Don't worry. Things are going to get better. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses this week. And this is the time when you will be feeling the energies towards doing things in a very detailed manner. You're not going to be doing anything superficially. You're going to be waiting for things to happen gradually rather than immediately. Rather, you should not be going overboard, getting too much involved in the results impulsively, looking for sudden results. That is not going to happen. Or maybe if it happens, it's not in your favor. Lagnesh is in the 8th house after all. So it will give you some emotional baggage, some health issue also. So take care when Moon transits through this place, especially. Okay. And you're working through the money, possessions, you're thinking about growth, you're thinking about inheritance. You are in that analyzing zone now. Whenever Moon is in the 8th house, we say Chandrashtama. So that brings about, too many issues related to your self. It's a period of transformation. You want things to, you're very analytical also. Okay, things should be this way, you're contemplating on things which are hidden, which are in those zones where, you are, you can improvise on yourself. You're working on those realms. Okay. So this is the time when you will be having that, that the signals of regeneration, transformation from the universe. So be receptive to it. Don't be too aggressive about your relationships, because your 7th house is hem between two malefics, Rahu and Mars. So there can be that you are having complications in your relationships, your partner's health. Okay, because the 7th lord is also transiting the 6th house, which is not considered to be good for health issues or deeper bonding. This is lacking the deeper bonding. But at the same time, you are on that zone where you're healing yourself. So this is the opportunity that you're getting, the Chandrashtama. You're getting that opportunity to heal yourself. Okay. Don't be in that self-denial. Accept things. Okay. Be strong. Coming to Moon in the 9th house. Moon will be in the 9th house from the 31st to the 1st of April. 9th house is the energy of freedom. You're thinking of growth. You're thinking of bigger picture. You're going to be enhancing and upgrading your intellectual pursuits. You're going to be thinking of how you can be upgrading yourself, how you can connect to the people who are already, in those, in that level where you are not. So you want to approach them, you want to grow. So you might be meeting some guru, some teacher, somebody who guides you through. So that is something which happens in the Moon's transit in the Cancer sign in your 9th house, 31st to the 1st. So the luck is going to be by your side for sure. See, in the trine, we have water signs. In the trine, that is the Dharma Trikona that we have here. It is the water sign. So you're very emotional. You're very, very emotional. You want to experience new things, but on the plane where you want to do for others also, right? You're not just keeping everything to yourself. You want to evolve. So evolvement is not just confined to yourself. So you are going to be having some changes which are going to upgrade you also. Okay, so this is a very good time for doing so, and this is a good time to catch a break, get some perspective of life, emotional perspective, opinions, belief. All that is also quite possible. You will get those kinds of experience also, where you're meeting people who are very intellectually inclined, or who are actually very they're attained. They have attained that nirvana, very in that level. Okay, so this will bring about some kind of unification with those kinds of people, where you are very philosophical, you're learning more, traveling, maybe you're traveling, your long distance journeys are getting triggered up also. So there is a sense of happiness, sense of satisfaction that you'll be deriving when moon is transiting your 9th house during this week. And in case you are thinking of joining a university, planning to go overseas, all that is also getting triggered up. All right. So just plan, pack your bags and go. It's like that kind of a phase. Okay. So yeah. Moon will be transiting your 10th house on the 1st to the 3rd. So this is the time when you will be having a lot of focus on your work, on your job, recognition, what are the results, concrete results. You're very busy this day. You're just thinking of you're focusing on your work, on your job, on your profession, on your career, on your reputation. So all these are going to get enhanced when moon is transiting the 10th house. Don't get too overwhelmed by the words that people are using against you, or they're just trying to accuse you on something, because you're doing your job well, but you're not getting that kind of respect and the acknowledgement that you deserve. So you feel quite overwhelmed, or you feel quite disheartened also. Either or, it could be overwhelming or it could be disheartening for you. So be prepared for it. When moon is in the 10th house, see, this is the time when moon loses his digbal and Saturn is already there. So you're going to be working on yourself very seriously, on your projects that you are having in hand. So all that is going to get triggered up, and connecting with the seniors is a good idea. Taking their help, be a leader, and connect with your children also. They are going to be supportive of you. In case you're stuck somewhere, take their help, take their support, take their advice, and also help them out, because you have a Sun, Jupiter, Mercury combination in your 5th house zone. So this is like some major changes are happening in your relationship also. Okay, some changes, some chemistry and bonding is changing. The kind of chemistry questions, is changing. Okay, yeah. So litigation, etc., is definitely on cards. So be careful, because Rahu is there in your 6th house. Take care of your health also. Okay, take care of your health. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Okay, it's a long video this time. Anyways, Sagittarius. So before I go to Sagittarius, somebody is asking, I'm in the last phase of Sati. See, last phase of Sati is like, it's coming to an end now. It's the last flag. It's the last lag. So Saturn in the last phase will give you some kind of changes related to your physical body. Maybe you're going to be traveling, you're going to be, you've learned from whatever has happened till now. It is not the mental state now, because over moon, the peak Sati phase is always going to impact your mental state. And that is how you actually learn. Now is the time when you have learned whatever has happened. Now you're going to, going to be using it, putting it in the into action. So last lag of Saturn is always the best lag, because it is going to change you. It has transformed you. And now you're going to be using this transformation and putting that energy into that zone where you have actually your Saturn placed. Okay. So use that. Suppose right here, it is going to be the last lag would be in Pisces sign. Saturn will be in Pisces sign. So this will be giving you some change of place, home, or mother's health. You're going to be looking after your mom's health. It could be that she's not well. But at the same time, this is a very positive time for understanding what will give you upliftment, and change. Definitely change of place is for sure. Okay. Intellectually, you will be going up. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Oops, sorry. Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. So Moon is going to be giving you some interaction with the outside world, people. You'll be connecting with your family, with your relatives, or with your partner or potential partner that you have been waiting for. You will be connecting with that person also. This is a very good time for how others feel about you, to know that. You're going to be having a lot of bent of mind to understand what the others feel about you, and you'll be examining all those fears also. There is a possibility of business relationships coming through, because after all, Mars is your 5th house ruler in the 7th house. So this is going to trigger the relationships and the business relationships also. Now you're going to be having a lot of energy towards nurturing others, nurturing your family, your relationships. Now you're going to be very socializing, because this is the house which is right opposite your house. The ascendant is the 1st house, that is self, and others, this is just opposite. So this is like any opposite house is the 7th house is the opposite of what that particular house is. So if 4th house is rest, home, 10th house is work, profession, career, outside. So this is the invisible half, and that's the visible half. So when it comes to the 7th house energy, when Moon is transiting, so you socialize, you meet people, you change your physical appearance also, and you're very attractive. You want to look attractive. You're very much into helping others also. Okay. And you get into the nurturing zone when Moon is transiting the 7th house as well, or you expect from others that they should be nurturing, they should be doing things, which please you. And Mars is there, so you will have intimacy, you will enjoy your partner's company, you'll be going out for dinner, you'll be connecting, maybe you will watch a movie with your partner. Quite likely that you'll be very communicative also. And this is the time when you will get to know how I really feel. How do others feel about me? That is something which you will be going through when Moon is transiting your 7th house. Mars is also there, so take care of your partner's health and the deeper emotions your partner is going through. Take care of that, the pathos or the anxiety your partner is facing. Okay. Then Moon will be transiting your 8th house. The 8th house is emotional commitments. It is also that you're looking for meaning in your life, and any activity that stirs your emotions. Now you're focusing on that. That's happening from the 31st of March to the 1st of April. So this will bring about, your focus on money, possessions, how you can be more, involved in things which actually change you, which actually spiritually inclined. You're too much involved in the deeper realms of life, astrology, you're analytical, you want to do things which are the undercurrents, you want to understand the undercurrents of energy, around you. When Moon is in the 8th house, especially, the debonding with yourself, basically. It's a house of death. It's a house of transformation. Death doesn't mean that death, physical, no. It's about how you can connect with your own self, how you can understand yourself. This is the regeneration. It is about changing yourself. How you can, it's the rebirth, in fact, how you can progress. And after understanding yourself and putting that effort of healing yourself also. Sense of duty, obligations, you will get to know, okay, I have to spend more time, mending ways and mending the relationships. So this is the time. Take care of your health though, because 8th house gives you health issues or chronic pains or something, chronic disease if you are going through. So that will come up. So you take care of that. Moon will be transiting your 9th house. That's happening on the 1st till the 3rd of April. So 9th house energy is about freedom, physical freedom. Okay, it's about expression. It's about how you are mentally and spiritually charged up What is it that gives you upliftment? You don't want to be limited to the boundaries or barriers or confinements. You want to be independent. You want to experience new things, new lifestyles, intellectual growth. That is why this is the house of foreign travels, foreign journeys, foreign lands. Ninth house is also higher education. That is why we have to check the condition of the fourth house and the ninth house and the 12th house if it is overseas. So we combine all this and then we get to know that when moon is in the ninth house, you're going to be very independent. You're going to be experiencing and growing intellectually. You'll be connecting with people who are very intellectually inclined. And this will bring about the emotional boredom or restlessness because of which, you will have that greed to grow and come out of that boredom. So you want to explore the world, the bigger picture, as we say, when ninth house is looking at the bigger picture. Okay. No birth details I'm taking right now. These are live sessions for the predictive. I'll do the other sessions also, which involve the birth charts. So ninth house is like, you feel secured. You feel secure because of somebody's presence who is the guiding force. So this is the time when you feel that energy, See, once in a month, you will feel this energy because moon is going to be there. But rest of the planets also have to have that, it should be in sync with this moon. So here what is happening from the fourth house is also the sixth house. So the energies are, because sun is transiting your eighth house from this. So this will give you the deeper realms, touching the deeper realms now, exploring the deeper realms of life, because sun is a ruler and it's transiting the eighth house from there. So you will have a lot of inclination to clear the baggage, okay, and bring about new things in your head. So philosophy, long distance travels, interest in cultures, traditions, that is also quite possible. Okay. So the change is there. In case you're waiting for some change, you can manifest that by thinking about good things, positive things. Lastly, moon will be aspected by Saturn also. So this will bring about seriousness in you. Your approach towards life is going to change towards seriousness. Okay. You will be looking at things in a very serious and a very meticulous manner, be taking decisions that way. Also, we have Rahu looking here, Venus is there. So this is also one of the reasons you are having complications with your children. Maybe children are misbehaving or you are not able to attend to them. There's some confused state of mind. So just take care of your children's health also, mental health, as well as because Saturn is also looking at the fifth house zone. So you're very creative, very artistic. Just join some music classes or something which actually upgrades you. Mercury is also going to be transiting your fifth house, which is again very positive for upgrading your financials, investments, and business planning. Okay, so I'll be doing this video on the Mercury ingress in the Aries sign joining Rahu. This is a separate video over there. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. Okay, it's not changing. 1 second. 5 sessions. I like that only. Something or the other. Yeah. Okay. Coming to the Capricorn sign. So for Capricorn natives, moon is going to be in your 6th, 7th, and 8th houses this week. And 6th house is like, giving you some new opportunities. You're going to be getting into the depth and the details of doing things. You're going to be having that inclination to serve others also. 6th house is the house of service, right? And routine jobs. So with Mars there, you're maybe working out, you're just joining a gym, you're going to be starting some new diet plans. So this is also the time for perfecting yourself, because 6th house is the details, getting into the depth and the details. So you are going to be very dedicated to your work, health, routine. And this is also the time when you will be pushing yourself to the wall. You'll be really working very hard. Too much workload is there. So you need to take a break also, just don't fall prey to too much of, overloaded with the work and, then getting burnt out. So you have to give yourself a break. You're stressed out also. Instead of working too much and perfecting smaller things, look at the bigger picture. What is the result of the bigger things? Because that is the resultant, of the ninth house. So sixth house and ninth house are, the ruler is the same, that is Mercury. So Mercury is, as it is, details, perfectionist. So when you have that, when you have perfected the details, just think about the bigger things, bigger picture, perfect the bigger picture. Okay. Health, nutrition, these things you should be focusing more on, because you're just not taking care of yourself. So you should be actually focused on these things also. Maybe you can just have some herbal tea that will help you. I do that, whenever I'm burnt out, I just take herbal tea, and I'm making this video because of that only. Okay, so this is the time to contribute to the people who are actually very important in your life, who mean something in your life. Your relatives, your friends, anybody around you, communicate with them. Just don't let go of those relationships that easily. And be more competent if at all you feel that you're undercompetent. Work on yourself, on your skills, uplift yourself. Moon is going to be in your Cancer sign, that's 7th house, from the 31st of March to the 1st of April. And this is the time when you will have close personal and business relationships now. How you feel about your close relationships, your partnerships. You might have emotional confrontations also, warm or, whatever nurturing relationships, you have, depending on the current circumstances that you're going through. And usually, one-on-one relationship we see from the 7th house. So you will be very much involved in that. An increased need to be with people, socializing, compromising and to compromise are the featured, ones during this moon's ingress in the 7th house. You want to just work through the relationships more in a very serious manner and in a very emotional manner also. More attention to the physical appearance, attractiveness, how you look, how you feel, all that is the highlight of the 7th house ingress. So you maintain that harmony in that relationship. You have to work on that relationship. You're a very practical you, but when moon transits the 7th house, you become very emotional. Obviously, moon is looking at your 1st house also. So you become very emotional and possessive about your partner. Okay. And maybe you meet an emotional partner that triggers, relationship gets triggered up also during this time. So maybe you will come across somebody, the potential partner, if you're single. And if you are already in a relationship, so that might be just bringing about physical intimacy also, quite possible. So there is harmony, there's balance, there's support, there's serenity when moon is in the 7th house. So enjoy this. And also, try to understand how do you feel about yourself during this time. You will actually be in that zone where you want to understand yourself. So this will be the time to do so also. Okay. And then moon is going to be transiting your 8th house in Leo sign. And that's happening on the 1st to the 3rd of April. So that's the time when, you will be very emotional. You're very emotionally committed to someone and you're very charged up physically also. And this is also the time for money, possessions, working on that, inheritances. You're going to be working on your analytical skills, how you can work through and deepen the understanding of the realms where, you require attention. Maybe whatever the bonding you have, that bonding gets deeper. Now it's not superficial. As it is, Saturn is in the 2nd house. So you are working through your financials. It's a house of death. It's a house of regeneration, so rebirth. So you're going to be thinking about newer things, new projects, new relationship. This is going to start something new, something different. So you are going to be more emotional about your work, about the things and the surroundings. Okay. So maybe getting involved in the occult sciences, maybe something like astrology. You're going to be reading more books related to astrology also. Okay. So Mercury is going to be transiting your 4th house, and that will bring about change in profession, change in your place where you're living. Changes are anticipated, can be anticipated when Mercury is transiting. I'll make a separate video though, elaborate video on the same, because Mercury is going to turn retrograde and will be part of eclipses also. So there are changes which we can anticipate during this time. So short journeys, long journeys, if at all you're planning all that, you should plan very carefully. There are only malefics in the Kendra, so you have to be careful about your relationship with your seniors and the bosses, and also about your mother's health. And your health as well. There is no benefic planet till the time Jupiter transits here. Venus is there. Undoubtedly, Venus is your yoga karagraha, which is in the Kendra. It's a big time saving grace. So you can just get uplifted at the place of work if you're not feeling that you're getting any kind of results at the place of work. Now is the time everything is going to trigger. Court cases, any kind of litigation is happening, or health issues. So this is not the right time to get into it. Don't get into any kind of new anything to do with the litigations, anything to do with the new purchase, buying a new car and driving. Not a safe period, because Mars and Ketu are in the trine. Saturn is also there. So take care of your driving, while driving, be more focused. Okay, things would be better. Coming to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. This is some video, very long, because I've been answering questions also in between, so it became long. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses this week. And we have Mercury's ingress, we have Ram Navami. I've mentioned in the initial summary part, I've talked about all this, so please do hear that. Moon is going to be in your 5th house. 5th house is the house of children, house of romance. So you are going to be very much dedicated to your children and in your romance. You're going to be having a lot of confidence. You're going to be very emotionally involved. Creativity is heightened. You want to create more, you have that talent. So you want to create something. And this is also the time for recreation, hobbies, romance, pleasures of life, unwinding. You have been, taking too much of workload. So now you want to unwind, go out for dinner with your partner, quite possible. And also this gives you pleasure in how the other person is important. It gives you that kind of, pleasure in the company of your partner. Okay, so this is also the time when you unwind and you play some game, which play something which is your hobby, you have not done from a long time. Unwind. Entertainment. Basically, this is the time for entertaining yourself also. Quite possible that you will be proposing to the person that you have been, expressing your love to the person you have been dating from a long time. Okay, there is a lot of urge to see a movie, maybe, you'll be going to the cinema, or you'll be, just calling for a movie at home, just want to get together and, and watch a movie with your friends. That is also quite possible. Nowadays, we watch online also. All the friends get together and they watch online, all the movies, and they play games also online. So all that is now very, very common. So you might just be thinking of doing so, you're planning all that. So enjoy when Moon is in your 5th house, and be more indulgent, you can be more indulgent also. And this is also the house of children. So maybe fun time with children. You're very moody. You're very much focused on the hobbies, your creativity, and children. So this is what is happening, and you're going to be, Mars is there. So maybe, you're going to be sporty. You might just take up a sports activity, quite possible. Okay. Moon will be ingressing the 6th house, and it's its own zone. That is happening on the 31st March till the 1st of April. So when Moon is in the 6th house, you become very suddenly dedicated to your work. You want to spend more time to your work and your health and your routine. So this is the time when you are going to be quite burnt out also. You're doing too much of work. There's a lot of workload. Saturn is there in the 1st house. Any which ways you're working very hard since it has come to your 1st house. So you are working on your health, your daily routine, your senses are more acute, and there can be some pains, minor aches also you have to take care, because it's the house of disease also. So you're very much into working, you're just tired. So take a break, take it easy. It's okay. Instead of, working and proving yourself, it's better to do things one by one rather than, just doing 10 things and the productivity is not that great. So the productivity and the quality, they should match. Only then you get that success. So just maintain that, because people are going to appreciate you only if the quality is good. Remember, the quantity doesn't matter, the quality matters. So maybe you're engaging in meaningless activities or duties, so you have to be working on that also, that you're working more on yourself first your health, first your routine, first your nutrition, then the next thing comes is doing the job, and which are really meaningful, not meaningless. Okay, so that is also there. And maybe you're running around chasing somebody, or maybe a lawyer or some kind of litigation is going on, doctor you have to visit, you're changing doctors. All that is also possible when moon transits your 6th house. So take care. And this is the time when you will be very sensitive about your competency. You want to upgrade yourself. You're going to be working on yourself to upgrade yourself also. Moon will be lastly transiting your 7th house. That is on the 1st till the 3rd of April. So this is the house of personal and business relationship. Now you're working on your relationship more. You are having a lot of nurturing qualities. You're inclined to nurturing your partner. There is no other planet in the Kendra. Can you see? Only Saturn is there. So this is going to bring about some change in you, in your personality also. Sometimes transits correlates with the need of a consultation also. So maybe you will be going in for some consultation when 7th house moon transits. An increased need to be with the people, to socialize and to compromise, and more attention to the physical appearance, attractiveness, as well as graciousness. So you could also be in the position to learn about others. You'll be a good listener. You should be a good listener when moon is in the 7th house. You should not be in the conflict with people, in relationships. So be more nurturing kinds. This will actually upgrade you as well. When you have the 1st and the 7th house in sync with each other, things start falling in place, remember. So there can be that you are not too much it could lead to intimacy with your partner also. Though Saturn is there, so you're becoming very indifferent towards your relationships with others. Overall, Saturn gives you, it actually, makes you cold, dry. Whatever you see, the skin when it's dry, you relate it with Saturn. So maybe you're becoming very cold in relationships, detached in relationships also. So, and also, you will start questioning, how do I really feel about this? Whatever is going on, how do I feel about it? So that is something which actually will be making you go a little emotional also. At the same time, you'll be practical also. Saturn is looking. So sense of security, you're looking for that sense of security, how you can be more secured emotionally. So all that you are just going to work out on, when moon is in the 7th house in Leo sign especially. Okay, you'll be very creative also, maybe creative in your in conveying your mindset with your partner. Okay, so this is what is happening for you, and your Lagnesh is in the Lagna only. So this makes you stronger, though. You can combat many hurdles in life, whatever you have been facing till now, because it makes you go stronger. Mercury is also changing signs this week. Mercury is going to be in the 3rd house. So you will be traveling, short journeys on cards, connecting with your siblings, or maybe your friends. That's also quite possible. Short journeys for sure is on cards. All right. For student natives, it's a good time. If at all you have to make any decisions related to your higher education, you should be doing that during this week. Okay. It's a good time. Coming to the next and the last one, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this transit of moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, and 6th houses this week. So you're very homey, first of all. You want to take rest. You want to rejuvenate. You don't want to do things which, deplete your energies even more. Now you want to be with your family. You want to go out with your family only. Or maybe, you want to renovate your place. You want to change the things up. You want to just make a good living place for yourself, good environment, good furniture, maybe changing the, the curtains. So this is something which will trigger, with moon transit through the fourth house. You have that sense of security when you're home. You feel that, you're dependent on your family for small things, and they depend on you for smaller things also. So you have that sense of security whenever you're at home. So you are just at home, working from home, decorating your home, cleaning your home, something like that is happening. Mother's health might suffer because Mars is there in the fourth house. So take care of your mother's health. Mother might become a little rude, a little harsh because she's having some problem herself. You're not helping her out. So just be more emotional, just be more, give her that, pacify her, whatever she's feeling. Okay, and this is the midnight time where moon is big bala here. Mars isn't. So you feel quite relaxed during this time rather than going overboard in your impulsive decision making or impulsive speech. You're very mellowed, you're very cool, very calm. Moon will be transiting your fifth house on the 31st of March till the 1st of April. So this is the time when you will be more dedicated towards your, increased desires to create. You're more inclined towards children's health. You're working through your relationship during this time also. Recreation, hobbies, romance, all that is the highlight of the fifth house transit of moon. And you will have the urge to create more. You will have the urge to travel. You will have the urge to create, to set an example for others. So maybe you have set your goals and now you're going to be indulging yourself in the achievement of those goals. This is a good time for getting more involved in the hobbies or the creative pursuits, and that leads to growth for you also. Maybe you're going to be more into speculation. You'll be speculating, share market or crypto, etc. You're going to be involved in all those activities also. And it's good if you don't give the opinions to others, during this time. Don't give your viewpoint to others. Don't share that. Maybe sometimes, people come to you for consultation and, you have this moon in the fifth house. You're very emotional. You get emotional. So you're not able to give the right kind of advice also at that time. You yourself, it's very essential when you're going for a consultation to an astrologer, what is his or her frame of mind? That is very essential. That's why I take all the readings as per the Muhurta. I don't take the readings like that. And I don't do readings every day. No. If the day is good, I might just do in one day itself, 4-5 readings. But I will do it as per the Muhurta. So because my mental frame has to be in center, because it's such a responsibility. So whenever you are doing for others, you should be very composed yourself. If you're a consultant to yourself, you have to be strong. You have to be, very, very composed when you're advising others. How is it possible if you're not yourself, that the gravity is there? How can you just guide others? Okay. So it might just be that you are not in that frame of mind when moon is in this emotional sign of Cancer. So you're not able to guide others when moon transits here. So just lie low. Don't make any such decisions that, let me just go and guide that person, and that person takes a decision based on that, and that decision fails. So what will happen? Moon will be transiting your sixth house on the 1st till the 3rd. And this is the house of perfection, work, routine, how you can be help to others. This is servitude and routine jobs. Also your health, also your fitness, your diet. Okay. So when moon is in your sixth house, so this will bring about that mindset of taking care of the details, taking care of yourself. You're overworked. You have to take rest. You want to be noticed by others. So you're just going haywire. You're just doing too many things at a time. So you're getting deviated from the right things, actually. So you have to put a little extra effort to improve yourself, but don't get carried away and overboard by the external forces. Maybe, they're just not guiding you through properly. So you have to be more involved in the meaningful acts, meaningful duties, rather than doing meaningless jobs. Okay. Review yourself, and rejuvenate yourself. How you can just understand yourself. So just calm down and give yourself some time maybe, you can just heal yourself, spend time, alone time. Maybe you can have herbal teas, or you can just have some drinks, potions which calm you down. So you should have something, but not liquor and all. I don't promote all that, but yes, definitely you can just do things which actually give you peace, which give you, make you sane. Okay, so just take care of your health. When moon is in the 6th house, you should take care of your health, you should take care of your body rather than ignoring everything. All right. So this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon signs, or the Dasha sign wise predictions. I wish you all a very happy Ram Navami. Have a great, have blessings from him, surrender, you will get everything. I know I keep talking about all these things, but yeah, myself, just leave it on to him. Sometimes, it works. I think every time it works. Stay blessed, everyone. Thanks for watching. Om Tat Sat.